like to thank everybody for taking the time out their night and joining us. This is Real Bread Life. I am Jay Rome. This is Thursday night, number 83. So keeping with the consistency, you can catch us everywhere. Facebook is Real Bread Life with two E's, RBL Winner. Instagram is Real Bread Life. Watching on YouTube is Real Bread Life. TikTok is Breadville. And I want to thank everybody for the engagement over the last week. And also for the couple people that we had the back and forth. It was very productive, and I appreciate that that feedback. And I look forward to working with you guys in the very near future. And over the last couple weeks, that's what's been going on. I've been getting contacted by different people from different regions, and a lot of questions and offers to work with people. And I'm thankful and grateful that these are the things that are happening, and all off of just the strength of wanting to share the information and the knowledge with the people out there. So, like I said, this is Real Bread Life, Real Bread Logistics, and the Real Bread League with a Real Bread community that is designed to share the information about independent bread operation, ownership, and also just overall enhancement of a route if you have one. If you're thinking about getting into the business and you have some questions, we hopefully can help you with some of those answers, as we've done for others over the last couple of years, and as we will continue to do. So with that being said, we're moving into the fourth quarter of the year. This is the last holiday of the season. Well, I would say major holiday for those like myself, which what I always call roll season, the end of the summer, Labor Day weekend, starting tomorrow will be a 3-day weekend for most, with no work on Monday and the holiday falling on a Monday. So actually most of the displays and the hutches and any of the offerings that would be outside of your normal operation would have went up today. That's what it was for me. So hopefully it's a decent weekend. In the past, as I've always said, and I've been talking about for the last couple of weeks, traditionally it's not the bang bang weekend like your Memorial and 4th of July was. Actually, Mother's Day, Father's Day, this year has been pretty consistent with sales as far as the weekends and those holidays have been going. So hopefully it is. I mean, what do I know? Every time I think I got this thing all the way understood, I get surprised again. So when it should be slow, it's busy. When it should be busy, it's slow, So the trends are the trends, and what we want to do is just try to stay prepared. So if we stay ready, we don't got to get ready. I was looking at my numbers, and I'm going to repost this week because sometime in the past I had just put up the information about in our sales center. I was number one in freshness, number one in growth, 2 in freshness. And that was with the 4-week average. On the 52-week average, I was 2 and 3, something like that. So again, you look back on the Facebook post, I got a bunch of comments about it, and some thought I was showing off. Some thought I was bragging. I was just showing you what it was. And I gave that comment in that back and forth, and guys were saying that it was fake and whatever. And, it was funny. But the thing was, as I answered a couple of the people, one of them, the comments was, "Oh, this turned around really quickly. Hey, buddy, can't you just take a joke?" And what happens is, me being the old school guy and just, the dinosaur that I am, they may have been joking, and I seen it as a challenge to my, work ethic and, my grind. And that's all it was. It wasn't no ill will involved. And normally in life, I don't feel the need to explain simple things, but I gave them the information about what it was. And with that being said, all I was doing was telling people, I think I figured out a few things. If you want to know what it is, I'll share it with you. And that was my reasoning behind it. So I say all that to say, I went to do my orders the other day, and on the Ion, I was like, out of 36 routes, I was at 30 for growth. And I don't know. I said, this something's got to be wrong. So I refreshed, started over and everything. No, I was there. And what I had to go back and look at was, because of the way the sales were going in certain stores, I trimmed it. I trimmed every store in a certain way that it dropped my growth down, and I wasn't bringing in as much, because I'm of the mindset that there's always going to be stale bread. There's always going to be something you have to take out of the store. So I'm not afraid to bring bread in. But with things shifting in the season, winding down, I started my shift a little early, and that trend really affected that status. That's all. So again, I'm going to post a picture and show where I'm at in the 30s now instead of, single digits. I just thought it was funny, and I understand it. Doesn't mean I made a lot less money or any less money, so to say. It's just I wasn't growing consistently. And when they put those things up to show growth, what that means is every week or every day, every week consistently, you keep bringing in at a certain rate, and they see it as growth, and it's a weird metric. And I mean growth is not weird, but to explain it for the purposes of how they view it and what they want to see, there's no way for anyone to consistently keep growing. It doesn't make, you can't do it. You can't. That's like saying I'm gonna keep getting bigger, and eventually I'll either die or pop. You know what I mean? So you can only grow a certain amount of time. There's not enough space. You got to give me more space in order for me to keep growing. Someone would have to stop making sales in the store, other bread people, in order for me to keep growing. If that makes any sense. If you don't understand it, think about it for a few days and you'll figure it out. So that was one thing. So other than that, the way the trends are, season switching. This is my favorite time of the year. The weather's changing. That's why I got on my orange. I love the fall weather. If it could stay this temperature for year round, I would be in heaven. I was on the West Coast last year or earlier this year, over in San Fran, and they stay in the 50s and the 60s, like pretty much all the time. It was February, and to them, they were freezing. I was in heaven. I was loving it, except at night. A little too chilly at night, but I love the cool weather, and this is my favorite time of the year as far as weather goes. So, I want to make sure that I stay on point as far as my distribution in all my stores, so I could get back to my status in the single digits and growth and freshness. So, speaking with moving into a different season, I wanted to talk about the fourth quarter. That's what we're going into. And right now we're going into the fourth quarter. We got September, October, November, December. That's it. And it's over. And I say the fourth quarter, but it's only 12 months in a year. It really would be broken down into thirds, but it's the fourth quarter. You know what I mean? So we're going into the top of the year. And I really, really want to finish up strong, and I want to make sure that anybody else that needs help or is looking for some guidance, can get it. So that's what we're geared up for right now, and we're going into that area of the rolls slow down and the bread should pick up. The holiday, the seasonal rolls, like I'm talking about the season, you get a lot of your pumpkin bread, your pumpkin spices, and the cinnamons and things like that. So as far as the Thomas guys, this is kind of where they start making their they're a little bit more money. And I know a lot of people think that it doesn't sell, but trust me, the seasonal breads do sell. The seasonal breads do sell if you market them the right way. If your company is helping you to market them the right way. A lot of times what happens is we think we got to rely on management and the partners to do these things. You actually could lobby for some shelf space yourselves in the store. You can talk about getting some displays in the front of the stores. If they're not already doing it, take it upon yourself to do that. And I know there's lots of resets. We just had one in one of the stores that I'm in. And when I say reset, they moved the whole aisle from one area to another area. And that's a big deal when it's the holiday weekend and you're shifting everything around. The consistency that people are used to in the stores affects the shopping, which affects the sales. And if you ask me, and I'm not in those rooms when management makes these decisions, but they pick a funny time to get these things done. As far as bread is concerned, it's the last holiday of the year, and you want to move the whole aisle. I just don't get it. I don't know who pushes the button on that and who doesn't say, let's wait until after the first of the month to do it, or 2 weeks prior. Now, again, I don't know what's going on, but somewhere someone has to be able to tell someone no. You know, when they say everyone needs to have that voice of reason in the room with them, where's the person around to say that's probably not the best thing to do? And if they're given the metrics, the numbers and the statistic as to why that was a good move, I'd like to hear, I'd like to see, I'd like to read it and break it down, because there's no way you're going to tell me that it's good to move all the aisles in the store around 2 or 3 days before Labor Day. And if you were trying to catch the Labor Day traffic in a certain way, you could have did that last week or the week before. So that's just what J. Rome thinks. Okay. Some may think differently. Let me know if I'm wrong, and I'll accept it wholeheartedly. So I have put together a couple of things, and it's just a little fourth quarter focus for anybody that's on the live. If you email me, I'm going to put my email up, and I will definitely email you this 7-page fourth quarter focus. Just something to look at, something to read through. It's got a few questions at the end. If you wanted to take a look at it and hold on a second. And see if it's for you. It may be. You know what I mean? So I'll give you a little peek of the cover right here. This is just the cover. It's got a few pages in it. Anybody that watches the video, if you email me fourth quarter, I'll send it to you. Just email jugg@realbreadlife.com, and I'll email you the fourth quarter strategic focus. Just my gift to those on the stream. If you want it, you can have it. All right. So, Flint, what's going on, good brother? How you doing today? So, I want to make sure that, again, I'm giving everybody the opportunity to win that wants to win. And if we can help, that's what we're going to do. So I'll let the email rock right there for a minute. Anybody who wants to email me, I'm going to check the email from now until Tuesday, and I will definitely email you back. Today is August 28th, and I know this plays back. So once I when I edit and post this video in YouTube, the part about the fourth quarter strategy won't be in there. So I'm just letting people know. And I will definitely be editing it. So it won't be in there. This is only for today, this weekend. And those that watch this from now, tomorrow, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. You know what? I'm going to go all the way till next Thursday, because next week on the 4th, I have something different for everyone. So I'll let it rock all the way until next week. And if you email me, I'll get it back to you. So that's what we're going to do. Again, fourth quarter, strategic plan, and just some things for the people. You know what I mean? So I want to make sure that I stay consistent with the help that I'm offering. And with that being said, I got the rest of the weekend I'll be putting together for next Thursday a different plan, and it's different things I'm offering to the people. Again, it's going to be some gifts, and I just want to make sure that I'm trying to put people in position to succeed in this thing we call the Real Bread Life. So let me get that banner up off of there. All right. For those that want to join the group, Facebook group, you can go right here. You can go to Facebook on the RBL winner page and ask to join the group, or you can go right here to realbreadlife.com. Click on join, scroll down, hit the action button. It's yellow. You hit that action button, it's going to take you right to the Facebook page, and then just put in a request to join the group. If you do so, one of the admins will let you in, and we'll engage from there. All right. I'll let that rock for a second as well. And I just want to give people the opportunity real quick to see the information and get in. So we're on 83. Okay. We have a few more Thursday night lives. And then what we're going to be doing is we're going to switch the Thursday night live. We're going to go to Wednesday mornings. It's going to be a different group. It's going to be a different format. And I will still do other lives, but I'm going to be doing Wednesday mornings to gauge the interest and the feedback on a different day and give people the opportunity, because most of us that deliver bread and are in this business, we don't deliver on Wednesdays. And it's kind of hard for those that would like to engage on a Thursday night. Everybody's business is set up differently, and they use their time for family and other activities that we don't normally get to do throughout the week. So we're going to shift the focus and go a different route and a different time. We're going to try Wednesday mornings to see the engagement opportunities that we have there. Still be the same, and that way some of my guys can engage a little bit more, and you'll have the opportunity to get your questions answered a little better. So I think that was pretty much my focus. And again, the reason I said it like that and the reason why I'm switching is I also have other commitments and things that I need to get done to follow through with. The more I've been building the community, the busier I've become within it, which is a good thing. I really, again, I feel blessed and honored that people even contact me to work with them, work for them, and to help them on on their journey in this business. And what happens is it sharpens me. My tools are in action, and it allows me to get more knowledge and information and wisdom within this. So I'm able to bring things back, and I'm able to share when I see from a different angle, a different state, or a different territory what somebody else is doing, and even from different companies. It allows me to be more knowledgeable moving forward. I always give the information that I'm a Bimbo partner, and I know people that work with and for other companies as well. But I like to engage when I get a chance to go out in the field and help someone from a different company. So that's kind of dope for me. I really like that because I'm getting that perspective. And I see these guys out in the stores, but to be doing it with them, and to be having the hands-on experience and what they go through, what their computers are like, what their stack and routine is, it's just it's informative, and it's dope. So I don't mind, and I like it. So there's been a lot of that going on lately. So you'll get some of that footage, later on down the line. Early on, a couple years ago, when I first started out, I was going into the stores and just walking up on guys delivering the bread and putting it on and interviewing them. And I have a lot of that in the can still. And I put some of it out. And even in some restaurants, some of the bakers, some of the independent mom and pops, bakeries within the state that I'm in. So we'll be sharing a lot of that footage later on down the line. So that's some of the stuff that I'm getting back to doing. So if you don't see a lot of engagement online, or my posting, or the YouTube, it's because I'm engaging with people. I'm going out, I'm in the stores, I'm building, I'm making the content, and I'm getting the information hands-on, up close and personal. So it's not easy, but it's worth it. So I'm not complaining. I'm just saying it's not easy, but it's worth it. So that's what I've been doing. So we're working like that right now. And shout out to all of the people, the videographers that helped me in the past, that recorded for me, that recorded me talking to other people, that came in studio and did recording for me and helped out with the cameras and the audio and the angles and all of the things I've done. And, we'll get back to that at some point. But right now, I'm handling it. So that's what's been going on. I want to make sure that I could put it together the best way possible. So that being said, this is RBL. I am J Rome, aka Jug. Real Bread Life, Real Bread Logistics, Real Bread League, the Real Bread Community. All of those that I name are the .com. You got the realbreadlife.com. You got the realbreadlogistics.com. You got the realbreadleague.com and rblJug.com. Any of those will take you to the website. Any of those .coms will take you to the website. You got a question? Email me. I'll put it back on the screen. If anybody needs to know, get at me. So I wanted to wear my orange because it's the season. We build together so we don't have to struggle alone. I am Jug. That's all I got for now. Stay blessed and keep stacking. RBL on everything. I appreciate everybody that's on right now. See you next week.